I like these better because I would fidget so much with the mic in the studio.
Yeah.
And so like having just my hand be loose and nimble, being able.
The only issue with these is I think it picks up a lot of the move. Like
they're too
a lot of that.
good.
But that's
too
because
good. That's the issue.
these wiggle a lot. Much like the Wiggles. You know what I found out? You know how old the oldest Wiggle is?
No,
Like from the original series?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna guess and say that he's like 60 something.
He's 70.
Wow. Which one is it?
Jeff, the purple one.
Jeff was my favorite because purple was my favorite color.
Well, and he slept a lot.
Yeah, then I could relate to that.
Yeah, he's 70.
Damn.
Which is so wild. He was professionally working in the fucking 80s.
Wow. That's crazy.
My parents were in high school. Barely.
You should watch. Everyone should watch the Wiggles documentary. It's really interesting.
Did you see
that?
The kid Leroy brought them out on stage for a song?
Yeah, they talk about that in the documentary, and that's when the yellow one collapsed, right?
The what?
The yellow Wiggle? I don't remember. Greg?
One of them collapsed on stage with the
many
kid Leroy?
times. Many times he collapsed on stage.
I also found out that the youngest Wiggle is 17. That made me feel horrible about where I
thought
am.
you were saying like out of the original 4.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That made me feel horrible because like a thing came up across my like Instagram, and it was the Wiggles, and I was like, I don't recognize any of these Wiggles anymore. These are not the Wiggles I grew up with.
Well, one of them is Anthony's daughter. Is that the one that's 17? Is she a girl and wears blue? The one that's 17?
No, this is the yellow one. She the one that's 17. She's like a 5-time like world champion like dancer.
Damn.
Ridiculous. You got to be so insanely talented to have 5 championships by the age of 17.
Oh my God. Do you see that? It's the title card.
Oh God, no.
No. No, don't stop. Welcome back to Rankings.
Yeah.
The show where we rank things. I'm your host, Nick.
And I'm your other host, Lewis.
And today we're doing... Oh, I didn't write it down. Today we're doing
that's okay.
sandwiches.
Yeah.
We were going to record this with the batch that we did last time,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't. And so now it's more than a month later since we've recorded those first 2. My hair was so long in that, and then I got it cut, and now I feel like it's back to where it was.
It's been over a month since we recorded.
Yeah.
This show takes a lot of work.
Yes, exactly. Time and energy. You know, not just anyone can sit on a couch and be like, this sandwich is good.
And so we'd like to thank our producers.
Yes. So if you'd like to be our producer. Oh man. Yeah, no, it's we got a bunch to do today that we're gonna try and do.
I've been excited about this one just because it's been so long since we wrote these.
Honest to God, like truly, out of all the ones that we've done, which is now a good few, we've done.
I've been ranking things for a while.
Yeah, we've been around the block. All right. If we were a boy band, we would not be New Kids on the Block because we've lived here for a good minute.
Is New Kids on the Block a boys band?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, that's an
My bad. Improv.
Or not improv. I think they were just a comedy.
Yeah, they're
troupe.
comedy, sketch comedy.
I honestly, out of all the things that I don't know if I've said this on an episode before, but previously I've said many times that my favorite episode we've ever done is Ways for the World to End, and that was from the original.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
But this might be the one I am most passionate about. Is sandwiches. Honest to God, there's 2 things I know how to cook, and that's breakfast and sandwiches.
I like how you lumped breakfast into one.
Yes.
What does cooking breakfast entail for you? Because cooking breakfast for me is so first you get the bowl, next you get the cereal,
and then you get the milk. That's a pretty good classic.
Sometimes you don't even need a spoon.
Yeah, sometimes your hands, you know, or a fork if I deserve it.
No, I just drink it. I sit there. It takes me 5 seconds to get down a full bowl of Frosted Flakes. I'm just.
I've been timing it. Don't worry. I know it's 5 seconds.
I've been going for a world record.
Breakfast, I'll do. Most stuff I do is egg based. I like a good breakfast wrap.
Yep.
I have always been a firm believer. You know, maybe. I won't say too much about this because I feel like breakfast foods is very likely an episode we'll do in the future.
Yeah.
But I've always been ride or die that waffles are better than pancakes. Just because like to me, I think they taste the same. Like pancakes are a little fluffier, I get that, but waffles are built to hold toppings so much better. So if you go to a place that's like I can't think of another example other than Waffle House, but I've never been to Waffle House. But like if you go to a breakfast place, which like this is what we do, and you get like a well-dressed waffle, you're probably gonna have a much easier and more enjoyable time eating that than a well-dressed pancake.
Yeah, waffles are great.
I love waffles.
Waffles, they hold all of your liquids.
Yes.
If you got little syrups or anything,
Yes,
they hold all your liquids.
And like blueberries and stuff, you know,
Yeah.
like it's a solid breakfast item.
The only thing that I know about Waffle House is that people just fight there a lot.
Yeah, and that's
People
like really
just
good
like
for
to
hangovers, I think.
Really?
That's what I've heard.
Really?
Yeah. Like
Have you heard that from Americans or Canadians? 'Cause
Americans.
Okay. I trust it a little less now.
Weirdly, I trust it a little more.
We love our American viewers. I don't know if we have any.
No, but
I haven't checked the stats on that actually.
I can't imagine that we have viewers that are out of like the city.
Jarvis, pull up the numbers.
Yeah.
Eddie?
Yeah. May you rest in hell.
No, we're talking about Eddie McStats.
Eddie McStats.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. They do last names like where like their family name is Eddie. Eddie Mick.
The name on our.
Why do I have my phone out? That's my bad. I'm sorry. That's
okay.
God. God. Damn it! I'm sorry.
The name of our producer on Spotify is Eddie McProducer. Because I don't know, I just felt like sticking with the bit. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he you know, Eddie, like he's no Gabe, who was our new music guy.
Yeah, he is.
Who did an incredible job.
And we won't kill him. It's not in his contract.
Yeah, no, we didn't he wouldn't sign that one. So
we tried.
Yeah. we did.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, you know.
Yeah. We even did the fine print shtick, and it still didn't work on him.
You know,
Good
where
for him, honestly.
you write it in white font and put it on white paper. And then you open the doc and you send it to your lawyer and you highlight it on the doc, and then you're like, see, it's there, and he signed it, and you're like, well, shit.
Shining a flashlight through, and he was like, something's not right about this bottom part here.
Sign this contract. It was written on candle wax. It was written with candle wax, and you can only read it with lemon juice, and I bought every lemon in the tri-state area. We should probably get to sandwiches.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to get into this. I think I have some incredible sandwiches here.
Okay, so I'm gonna kick things off, and I'm gonna give you my 10 and my 9.
Okay.
In one.
I flipped to the wrong one, like I always do.
For a good reason.
Listen to that page turn in the microphone, though. You hear that?
Now, yeah. Isn't this satisfying? We should get into the ASMR business. We'd be great at it.
Welcome back to ASMR Rankings. Today we are going to be ranking noises.
10 best things to crunch into a microphone.
Number 10, bones. Okay. All super gross.
So my 9 and my 10, they're lumped together. I don't want this to seem sad, so I'm gonna go with
how the fuck? Hold on. How is this gonna be sad? We're ranking sandwiches.
No, I know. You're just gonna have to. I'm gonna switch up the event that I chose to write this with, like wedding sandwiches. Do you know what I mean by that?
I actually have no clue at all.
Oh, that's so unfortunate because now I have to say what's actually written down. Funeral sandwiches.
That's how it's sad. I was like, what did you write down? Like dead pet sandwich? Like, what? How did this go sad? We're doing sad.
But it's not a sad thing. Like I'm talking about. Okay.
No, now I know what you mean. The sandwiches that they have at weddings / funerals.
So the reason I'm saying 10 and 9 is because it's for 10 and 9.
Oh, it's wedding sandwiches then funeral sandwich?
No. They're both funeral sandwiches. But number 10 is square cut. And number 9 is triangle cut.
You could have said like tea time sandwiches, not like golf. Although I do love a good sandwich while I golf.
Yeah, I just for some reason I attribute them to funerals. I don't know why. Fair.
No, that's because I had no I don't maybe is this too nah. No one had passed in my family until I was like near the end of middle school.
Okay.
And then there was like throughout like the next like 2 years, I think I went to like maybe there wasn't that many funerals. I guess I'm wrong, but just like I remember I'm picturing the food table that they had.
I haven't really been to many either. Like I've been to some weddings and
I've
stuff
crashed
too.
a few for the sandwiches,
and it's yeah, but it's like it's all the same. Like weddings, funerals. I feel like anytime that you ask to get catered for one of those, they have the exact same recipe matter where you are. It's always, there's an egg salad one, there's like a ham one, there's a tuna salad one, like a
turkey one normally, or like a roast beef.
Yeah, exactly. So and like they're all really good.
Yeah,
I like them all.
I'll be damned if there isn't a sandwich platter at my funeral.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Like, but I don't think I would want them to do the traditional one. I would want them to do more of the ones that we'll see coming up right here.
Okay.
So my number 10. I don't really like turkey, like as in like cooked turkey, like Thanksgiving turkey.
Okay.
I find it too dry. However, a Thanksgiving turkey sandwich is my number 10. So like your turkey stuffing, I believe it's coleslaw dressing, I think, or mayo, one of those, and then cranberries. I don't normally do cranberries because I don't really like cranberries, but it's a good sandwich. It's really yummy. I love stuffing. It's the only sandwich with stuffing on it that I know about.
The first time that I ever learned about like a Thanksgiving sandwich was, oh shit, how old
Thanksgiving?
was I?
Oh. Yeah. And I've been thankful ever since.
Believe it or not, the middle of summer. No.
Yeah. In my fridge, it was covered in green and it was unedible.
Yeah. It was great. I want to say I was like 14 or 15, somewhere on there. And my dad and his wife, I guess, at the time, had held Thanksgiving that year. And so I was at their place for Thanksgiving that year. And so the next day, my stepmom, she comes downstairs and she's like, okay, who wants Thanksgiving leftover sandwiches?
That's how you do it. It's the day after Thanksgiving, and it's like, all right, we're eating nothing but sandwiches for the next little bit.
And I was so sitting there with my bowl of cereal, like, what is that? And so my stepbrother's like, oh, you never had one? And we're like, no. And my stepbrother was a little bit older than me, and so he's like, okay, you gotta have one. And so I had one. It was incredible.
Right?
It was
so
great.
Good. It's crazy because I don't like cranberries really, and I don't like cooked turkey really. I like deli meat turkey.
Yeah.
But the fact that both of those are on the sandwich, and I put it as my top 10.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good sandwich. I'll also quickly do my number 9.
Do.
So for this one, I've had a love-hate relationship with the sandwich, but I've since come around to loving it, and that is the BLT. And I would like to say this about the bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches. There's a clip from much more popular podcast, The Basement Yard.
I love The Basement Yard.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Santagato.
Yeah, please have us on your podcast and then come be on our pod. No.
Yeah, that would be a ton of fun. If you ever see this, that would be great. I would love that. Yeah.
So the thing that the clip is the two of them arguing because Joe's like, a BLT is not a real sandwich, and it's like the bacon
what cold take,
because they're like, it's not like there's no like real meat to it, like the bacon doesn't count. But I'm like, that's ridiculous. Peanut butter and jam, grilled cheese, neither of those sandwiches have meat at all, and those are still renowned sandwiches. It's like, is it a stripped back club sandwich? Sure, but I don't think that makes it bad. It's just like bacon, lettuce, tomato, mayo, toasted bread. It's delicious. I don't see how that's not a sandwich.
Yeah.
It's
that's
like,
100% a sandwich.
Yeah. Do you think that's more a breakfast sandwich or a lunch sandwich? Because I think it's more lunch. But normally you put bacon on a thing and it's breakfast.
Go for lunch. I would say lunch.
Go for lunch.
Yeah.
So you're number 8. Your number 8 favorite sandwich.
8. This is like basically just what I had through public school / not really high school. In high school,
sandwiches.
Yeah.
They're like all so depressing.
It's like, wow, this guy's
divorce sandwiches.
Divorce sandwiches. So you know when your parents get divorced and your parents are like,
oh, I was gonna
here, eat this while we talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like you give your spouse half the sandwich.
Oh. Shared custody over this BLT.
Okay, so you're entitled to the lettuce and the tomato, and I get the bread and bacon. I get both these.
So my number 8, it's what I had through most of public school. I didn't really eat sandwiches in high school just because that was when I made my own lunches, and I didn't make lunch. I just bought lunch from school. Ham sandwich.
I love a good ham sandwich.
Just a ham sandwich. What I used to do when I was a kid, or not, we shouldn't say what I used to do. My parents, Actually, no. I was making my own lunches for a while. Bread, mustard, ham.
Cheese?
I sometimes cheese, but that was usually it.
Really?
Yeah, bread, mustard, and ham. That was like I ate a ton of those sandwiches. That's probably the sandwich I've had the most in my life.
Honestly, probably same. Where I'd come home, and like ham, cheese. Although I'm more of a, I'm a condiment guy, so I do mustard and mayo, or like a spicy mayo, and then I will normally put on lettuce and tomato.
It was my realization that was the sandwich that I'd ate most of my life. When I went to my mom and I was like, how much money did we really have? As a kid, I feel like I thought we had a lot more.
Yeah, so I always thought ham was expensive.
Yeah, I was like, this seems like it's actually a pretty cheap
The ham
lunch.
sandwich, I feel like if you picture, like, if someone says sandwich,
yeah,
I feel like most of the time, like that deli slice looking ham is like the ham you picture.
Yeah, we used to. Oh God, that's bringing back so many memories. We used to have a pimento loaf at our grocery store.
I love that movie.
So
Pimento.
So it was. I want to say it was ham. I hope it's bologna ham.
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't know what bologna is.
That's a question for a friend of mine that will 1,000% be able to answer that.
Okay, that's a question that I probably should know the answer to.
I will ask them after this recording, and if I remember, I'll throw it up in the edit of just like when you go, is bologna ham? Just like a big or like idiot. Yeah. Stupid idiot. Ranking more like rank idiot.
Yeah.
Caught you.
Ranky it.
You just storm off. like the channel's deleted.
Yeah, made 2.5 episodes.
Yeah, it just wasn't meant to be.
But no, ham sandwiches I love. We used to have this loaf. Just to continue, sorry, real quick.
Sorry, I completely derailed you. That's my bad.
It's okay. I think it was either ham or bologna, but it had like the pimentos of olives and stuff, slash like olive slices in the meat.
Olive slices?
Yeah, so it was like, obviously, however, this was obviously processed meat because it's just a chunk, like you know, like the
Spam.
No.
Like Spam, where it's just like a brick of meat.
It was like a brick of meat, but they'd slice it for you.
Oh, so like deli meat.
Yeah. It was like that. It was deli meat, but there was olives in it. So when they sliced it, it was like a little slice of olive that was in the loaf, as well as the pimento from the olives.
I don't know that I like olives. I don't know if I haven't had them in a while.
So many people say that they don't like olives, and it disappoints me every time. I love olives.
I just like, okay, so olives is like onions, where it's like it's you have to be with the right thing, you know?
Yeah.
I like onions. I'll put onions on sandwiches sometimes. I will put them on my number 8 though, which I'm so excited for my number 8 because I feel like this is one that is 1,000% not on your list, and I feel like most people wouldn't think of when doing top 10 sandwiches. But at number 8, I have the ice cream sandwich.
Oh,
isn't that such a good one?
Fucker, that's so good.
It's good.
You just secured a spot on the final list, and you know you did too.
Ice cream sandwiches are so good. Whoever, like, so simple, you know. Just like I don't even know what kind of cookie top it is.
I love ice cream sandwiches, dude.
They're so good in the summer, you know. Like I remember after there was actually this is ridiculous. There was a season of baseball because I played baseball as a kid, where we were sponsored by Dairy Queen. It used to be that like teams that were like there was 4 teams every year because it was house league, and they would normally be sponsored by a chain. Okay. So there was a Pita Pit team and all that.
Cool.
We were Dairy Queen. So there's 2 tournaments per season. The first tournament, they came out, and I think we got like 3rd. I'm pretty sure we got a medal, but like we didn't win. And 3rd out of 4 teams is second last. So it wasn't great. But they came down. They gave us a bunch of, I think, like is it a dilly bar where it's like the big circle. It's like covered in a shell of chocolate, and there was also, I think, ice cream sandwiches. If not, someone just also had them.
Yeah.
But it was really sick. And then the last tournament, we came in 4th, and they didn't come.
Oh my god.
They didn't show up at all.
Imagine being a kid
really funny
and being like so excited for that tournament just for the dilly bars.
No, it was,
and they don't even show up.
It was
and
crazy.
Then you lose.
It was crazy because we actually thought it was hilarious. Like we're like 12. We should be crushed, and we're sitting there like, yeah, they didn't want to show up. They didn't, like we lost. They're like,
they didn't want to see this. That's so like because at the same time when you're 12, like you can understand that there's a joke behind it, but you don't really know where the joke is yet. So it's all still also kind of depressing.
Yeah.
So you're just like you're joking about it just because
Honest
it is
to God,
sad.
I think we went to Dairy Queen after.
Good idea.
I
would have gone to the manager.
I was always a Baskin Robbins guy, but they're just too expensive, you know. But I like flavored ice cream, not vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, that's fair. I was never really into Baskin Robbins, but I liked we didn't. I mean, I'm from a small town. We didn't have Baskin Robbins, so
we had one until I started high school, and then it closed down just in time for us to be able to go there for lunch. But yeah, ice cream sandwich. It's a solid pick.
That is a very good pick.
Hit me with your number 7.
My number 7 is a turkey club. Now,
turkey club. That's solid.
I have a
club
fun
sandwich.
fact about club.
Yeah,
okay?
Club turkey.
Did you know that club sandwiches?
Hey, welcome to Club Turkey.
Yeah. Anytime I think of clubs, I just think of Ibiza for some reason.
What?
Ibiza, like the city. Ibiza? You never heard of Ibiza?
Geography was my worst class in high school.
To show Avicii I was cool. You never heard that song?
No.
Mike Posner?
I don't listen to music other than
I can't believe you don't know that song.
No. Yeah, no.
Huh.
So does that throw a wrench in your whole turkey club?
Well, no. It just makes me feel kind of old.
Shout out to you're 1 year older than me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you in a home.
It's like it's just like that threw me off so much. I think that was such a popular song.
I think I had that on my list and I took it off for ice cream sandwich. I think I took off club sandwich.
But yes, so club is actually an acronym, and I don't know if you knew that.
Chicken, lettuce, umbrella, bacon.
Under bacon, yeah. Yeah.
Did you hear what I said though?
Yeah.
Did you think I said under?
No.
Okay, you heard me say umbrella?
Yeah.
Okay. You went under bacon, yeah, so I felt like it completely went over your head.
No, it's not raining out, so I didn't see the use of it.
This weather's crazy. Give me a turkey club to go. Oh my God. Okay, this is completely unrelated. But so for Canada's 150th, I believe, we were that was in like 2015, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
I was in Ottawa, and it was pissing rain. It was miserable. It was
nice.
Like, me and my family, we joke about it because it was so terrible.
Average trip to Ottawa.
The garbage was overflowing and in the water. So it was trash water like up to your ankles while waiting to get on a bus to leave.
Ew.
Yeah, and it was terrible. But at one point, we're sat at this restaurant. We're sat at a window seat because it's pissing rain. And this group of guys come by. This dude shirtless, carrying a patio umbrella to cover him and his buddies, walks past the table, picks up their pitcher of beer, and just keeps going.
That's so good.
Yeah, no, I was like that. Oh, that guy.
I wonder where he is now.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, there was another big joke that came out of that trip where there was a sign that just said Canada.
Yeah.
And this couple, this girl was standing in front of the sign, shouting at everyone to get out of the way. I'm like, it's the Canada's 150th. It's Ottawa. It's a city street. There's a lot of people here. You're not going to get a clear picture with no one in it. She's like, she's like, get out of my picture, and she's just like this is how she posed. And for audio listeners, I'm awkwardly sticking 2 thumbs out and like doing a terrible smile. And so for the rest of the summer, every picture that me and my family took was just like in front of everything. What fucking sandwich were we talking about? I'm sorry. You go, here's a sandwich I really like, and then I'm like, here's a story from my life that is unrelated.
Here's this alcoholic I saw in Ottawa.
Yeah, my hero.
Yeah. We were talking about Turkey Club. So yes, it is an acronym. Chicken, lettuce, under bacon. I used to work in the cooking industry, and we once had this sous chef that came to work with us. And I remember my friend and I, the chef told us, he was like, you guys have got to whip yourselves into shape. This new sous chef is coming. He used to work in the Navy.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, fuck. Life is about to get a lot worse.
No, I said Old Navy.
Yeah.
We're getting Old Navy.
Yeah, he only sold jeans. Don't worry. So I was coming in that day expecting a guy that looks like he's in the Navy.
Yeah, the guy who like eats cigarettes, like that kind of look.
Like that and big. I was expecting big.
Yeah.
This guy looked like a mini broke Jeff Goldblum. Like he was so short.
I can't do a good Jeff Goldblum, but I wish I could.
And so I walked in with my friend. We met him, and then we walked away just laughing. We're like, whatever. He seems like a nice guy. He was not a nice guy. And this is like, I feel completely comfortable in talking about this because this guy was actually such a dick. He was so rude to so many people. So he burnt himself one day because he's an idiot and didn't use a rag to pick up a hot pan, and then blamed it on me because I didn't tell him the pan was hot. And I was like,
why did no one tell me heat is hot?
I was like, so you're a sous chef. You should probably know that. I don't know.
Yeah.
How long have you been cooking? Anyways, we found out he lied on his resume.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was Old Navy, not the Navy.
No, he was in the Navy. I asked him about it. I was like, oh, so I heard you're in the Navy. You were in the Navy. He was like, yeah, for 5 years when I was 18.
You were
And I
18
was like,
for 5 years?
Oh. So I was like, this guy didn't work in the Navy. He went to the Navy because he didn't know what else to do and then got out of the Navy. And so then he lied on his resume. His previous job was not actually at a sous chef position. It was the assistant manager at our local Tim Hortons.
Oh. Same thing.
Yeah.
He had to know to crank the oven to the donut button.
Yeah.
Which is I'll let you finish this, but I'll tell you something I was told about Tim Hortons and about how they cook things, which just blew my mind.
So the one day I'm putting together a turkey club. It was turkey club. I'm making a turkey club. He walks over and he goes, "You're doing this all wrong."
Oh,
and I'm like,
nice.
"Okay, what do you mean?" He goes, "It's an acronym." This is where I learned that it's an acronym. He goes, "It's an acronym. Chicken, lettuce, under bacon." And so he just rearranges the way things are on the sandwich and he goes, "There you go, dipshit," and walks away. And I'm like,
"Thanks, man."
What? They're eating. It's between two pieces
what
of bread.
What if they pick it up upside down? Then you're fucked.
Yeah. Chicken, lettuce over bacon, idiot. So no,
it's a chicken clob.
I just can't believe that's how I know that that's the acronym. It's such a funny story. He got fired 3 weeks after he got hired.
Oh, that's always.
Oh yeah, no, like he was. Oh yeah, I remember the one day walking up the hill to get into work and noticing that his sunroof was open. I mean, like, oh, that's funny. Pretty sure it's supposed to rain. Well, lo and behold, it did, and it poured, and I remember sitting outside because everybody was on their break, and he walks outside, and he's like, "Oh, finally some rain. This is great." And then I watched him realize, and I watched him sprint down the hill screaming, "Oh, no, what have I done? What have I fucking done? Oh, my God."
His car's just like full
Oh,
of
my
water.
God. I was so happy that day. Oh, my God.
I had a history teacher. He's a stand-up guy. We had a great history department at my high school. And he was telling me about how he used to work at Tim's back when it was like they actually baked the things.
Okay.
And then he said, this actually isn't that interesting, but like it reminded me of it. Is that
That's
like,
all right.
now like they switched it to be like the oven literally has, apparently I've never been.
Yeah.
Literally has like the donut, like a picture of a donut. It's like you turn the knob to that, and then you put the donuts in the oven, and it like either thaws them or whatever. And it's like it's literally like
idiot proofed.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah,
like that's insane to me that they do that. We're so far off.
I know
Sandwiches.
It
I
started
think it's
with
me,
Turkey
right?
Club. Yeah, it's you, number 7.
My number 7. Oh, classic. Grilled
I'm so
cheese.
sorry, folks. We
Oh, it's
just
all
like
good.
talking so much.
It's a podcast.
Yeah,
That's what
You're
you
here to
signed up
listen.
for. It's a grilled cheese. No, my number 7. I love a good grilled cheese.
Okay.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it with tomato slices either. I like it when you cut up some tomatoes, put it on there. I think that's always a good time.
Yes, I like that as well, and I learned that unfortunately from the Pittman Hall dining hall.
Oh, they did do
from,
that
from Pittman dining
Sometimes
hall.
I like to put ham on it too.
I liked the Pittman grilled cheeses.
Yeah.
With the tomatoes on it. I actually that was one of the foods at Pittman when I was like, oh yeah, I will choke this
It's
down
also
happily.
one of the acceptable foods to dip in ketchup, and probably the only acceptable sandwich to dip in ketchup.
Yeah, really.
But it's a good vibe. Sometimes you mix some hot sauce into the ketchup. It's a good sandwich. I don't have much to say about the grilled cheese just because it's simple. It got everything right. You know,
it is
take
later on
cheese,
my
take
list
bread,
as well.
Grill it.
So I definitely it's
Number 6.
We'll definitely end up talking about more.
Sandwich.
I've always wanted a solo show.
I always hated how clunky this is at the end of Kings.
The audio listeners just hear, and my number 6
Yeah.
is a fucking knuckle sandwich.
Let's upload an episode to Spotify where it's just like you doing an impression of me, and then you also just talking and see if they notice.
Minute long episode or something.
Just see if they notice if it's just you twice. They probably will, because I'll interrupt you less when you're doing both voices.
Yeah. Like where's Nick? What do you
like
mean?
this
I don't know
episode
what you're
better.
talking about. Yeah.
That's why I was editing them, and
my least favorite one's gone.
I was watching back the episodes when I was editing them, and I was just like, felt so bad how many times I like talked over Alex. I was like, oh, we had a guest, and I'm just sitting there going like, and like start going.
I think it's kind of just like,
that's just how it happens.
Well, yeah, and it's like when you get into something, especially when we're essentially arguing about just fucking sandwiches in this episode. You get into it.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, you get into it. You get passionate because these are your favorites.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm so far, I'm like, I think this will be a pretty calm final list.
Well, this will be simple. I know that funeral sandwiches both aren't making it on, so I was like, I know that we're just like, you're 9 and 10 are right on.
Let me double check that I don't. Yeah, okay. I definitely don't have it anywhere on here. I do actually
funeral
like
sandwiches.
Well, I was going to say specifically, I do actually like egg salad sandwiches.
Oh yeah, no, they are really good.
Yeah.
Especially if you do like mayo.
But it's the kind of thing that like, people who don't like mayo, it drives me crazy. Grow up. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever had a sauce, but it's got mayo.
They all have mayo in them.
Yeah,
every condiment has mayo in them, more or less.
Yeah.
It's just like, look, mayo is great for enhancing sandwiches. It's great, and like I know it looks unappealing, and like the texture of it is weird. I'm a big texture guy. I get that, but like, mayo is not. It only adds to the things. I swear.
Saying you don't like mayo is like saying you don't like bread or you don't like water. It is a basic ingredient in a lot of shit.
Yeah, no, it's actually crazy that like when I learned how much stuff has mayo in them.
Oh yeah, if you don't like mayo, then you don't like juice with water in it. Like that's pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah, because juice is made with mayo.
Yeah, if you didn't know water was made with
there's
mayo.
There's 3 ingredients in apple juice, and that's apple, mayo, and love.
And juice. Apple, mayo, and love.
My 7 was grilled cheese. Yeah, pretty classic.
So number 6. The caprese sandwich.
Ooh, tell me what's on that. I've definitely heard of that before, but I don't remember what's on that.
Caprese. Now, I
heard of caprese salad.
Yeah, it's the same shit. It's all the same shit. So just like mozzarella, tomato, some lettuce. Not lettuce, like you'd use like. From what I can enjoy, I would use like spinach.
I was gonna say like it sounds. I was thinking about it in my head.
Like
I'm like, you said lettuce, but I'm picturing spinach because I don't think iceberg lettuce.
Yeah, that's what I would use. I would use arugula.
Arugula, Jamaica.
I think arugula is an underrated
word. It's fun to say.
Lettuce, or form of edible grass or whatever that is. It really is just
edible grass.
I spinach and
Wonder
and arugula
Twin Powers activate.
Yeah.
Form of edible grass.
We didn't. Oh, that's right. We didn't sync the audio before.
I'll figure it out.
You can use that clap right there.
Yeah. Like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to have to skip 32 minutes into this recording and about 40 minutes into that one.
I guessed 30 minutes. I was bang on.
Yeah, you were. We know what we're doing at this point.
Yeah.
We've already made the joke this episode. Never mind. You can take. What's your number 6?
Number 6. This was like my main sandwich that I would make during COVID when like me and my friends would play games and like we'd like take 5 to like bathroom break and grab food.
Okay.
I would go down and I would always typically make myself a PB&J. I love a good peanut butter and jam. Specifically, if I'm making like my ideal PB&J, I'm going to toast the bread and I'm going to use crunchy peanut butter.
Oh, really?
And I can go either way with strawberry or grape jam.
Okay, I've never really had crunchy peanut butter. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to try some right now?
Sure.
I have crunchy peanut butter. I have. Oh, you know what? Okay, we're gonna completely derail this because I have both. Because I'm a psychopath.
No, that's not psychopathic. That's just prepared.
These are our peanut butters, right? Be prepared. Preparing to fail is failing.
You just gave yourself more work. Now you got to blur out the
Shit, no, it's okay.
The teddy bear logo.
They get a pat. I follow them on Instagram. It's like
Do you
one
really?
of the only brands I follow on Instagram is the Kraft Peanut Butter Bears.
I follow Nutter Butters. You know what Nutter Butters are? They post the most hilarious shit. It's like people just covered in peanut butter eating Nutter Butter bars.
Oh my god!
Like it's so funny. It's so cursed. It's so funny though.
Now, okay, so I've presented you with both peanut butters. This is crazy.
You don't need to open a new peanut butter for me to try crunchy peanut butter.
Yes, I do. It's frankly, it's a shame that it's not open yet.
When it's the crunch, is it just peanuts in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like small.
Because I honestly just pictured it as just chunks of sugar.
No, I think I'm almost positive it's peanuts.
Okay.
So I
positive.
Yeah, I've never checked. I'm just like
Good enough for me.
Enjoy the. Maybe it says on here. No, I can't find it, and I don't want there to be dead air, so we'll figure it out. So I've given you 1 spoon per or peanut butter.
Okay.
And you can try both and see which one you prefer.
Okay.
Rankings exclusive.
Because did you know? I don't know if this is a fact that I've ever showed you. I'll obviously have regular peanut butter first. I don't know if this is a fact I've ever told you. If you take a spoonful of peanut butter when you have the hiccups, they go away.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I've overheard
actually
you say this before.
Very, very good life
I always
hack.
try the one where you like lightly rub your eyelids with your pinkies, which sounds much more crazy than eat peanut butter.
My mom learned the peanut butter one when I was like 7, and it changed our lives.
Regular peanut butter down the hatch.
Gas.
It's a classic. Honest to God, I don't know if we'll ever do this episode because it's too broad. But I've said a lot, like out of
What, different peanut butters?
yeah, too many options.
There's so many.
I've said that like I think peanut butter is like a top 10 invention of like all time.
Top 10 inventions. Damn.
Inventions would be. I don't know.
Maybe we'll do a special for like our 100th episode where we do
Yeah.
like top 50 inventions and we just like speedball.
Yeah.
That would be so much
Like
fun.
one
actually.
sentence explanation why. So this is just like chairs. Me like sit next.
Yeah, if we make it to 100 episodes, maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crunchy peanut butter.
Crunchy peanut butter.
Rankings exclusive.
Oh yeah, it's definitely just peanuts.
Yeah, it's 1,000% just peanuts. But I like what it brings to the sandwich. You know, I like that it brings texture. Mm-hmm.
I can see that being very good on a sandwich.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. I love crunchy peanut butter.
Huh.
Have I swayed you?
I mean, I'll probably try a PB&J with crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah. See?
It doesn't mean I'll just like continuously only buy crunchy peanut butter now.
Well, yeah, I don't even do that. I pulled out
you have
both.
both. Yeah, you're right.
I'll throw up a cut here just while I get rid of the peanut. We'll be right back. All right, we've cleaned up the peanut butter and we're back.
No more peanut butter.
No more,
on set.
no more peanut butter. So yeah,
On
that
set.
means you're number 5,
Next
right?
Living room. No.
I just went with peanut butter and jam. That was my 6.
No.
What are we on?
Oh. You're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Don't worry. No, I thought you said that was your number 5, and I was like, no.
No, that was my number 6. So it's you
we
for
can
5.
we can breeze through my number 5 and really my number 4. I won't do my number 4 right now, but we can breeze through them both. My number 5 is BLT.
Salt sandwich.
I like BLTs. I don't know about you, but I don't like when bacon is especially crunchy.
No, me neither.
I don't know why people like bacon to be hard as a fucking rock.
I have the hardest time finding people who
God.
don't like. I like my bacon softer. I don't like it when it's so crispy.
Fuck. It's a meat. It's
Yeah.
a meat. It's like people who are ordering a fucking well done steak. You're trying to break your teeth.
Yeah,
You're sitting there chewing on shoe leather. Like actually, it like I cannot tell
The
you.
last time I eat shoes,
There are a few things that piss me off this much in this world, but people who order well done steaks are on that list. It's mostly old people. Yeah.
Yeah, I like my softer bacon. It's way better that way.
Yeah, it is.
My number 5 is the sub sandwich, like a sub.
Oh my God, we're gonna be able to breeze through the next little bit here.
So at Subway, I normally order a ham and Swiss. So we're talking about ham sandwiches. So is that specifically on your list?
No, you don't know me.
And then my actual, like, if I'm making a homemade sandwich, this is like my go-to sandwich. So I'm gonna pass this on to you because this is an incredible sandwich. The viewer and yourself.
Okay.
So you get like a baguette, right? That would make to the sub, I think.
Oui, oui.
You get like a chicken breast. Mm-hmm. Right, and then lettuce, tomato, cucumber. Sometimes I like to put on hot peppers or pickles. And then it's mayo and barbecue sauce, and it's an incredible sandwich.
Okay.
It's delicious. But
Okay.
Sub sandwich. I like not like I've talked about Subway before. I think in past ranking episodes about how I like Subway.
We will definitely talk more about that.
Yeah, we'll come back to subs. Cool. So you're number 4.
Is grilled cheese again?
Grilled cheese.
We can slide right through this. We've talked about grilled cheeses. We know what a great sandwich.
So yeah, it's incredible. It's very solid.
I will say also most of these like caprese sandwich, BLT, turkey club, those sandwiches in particular, and obviously grilled cheese, are better with toasted bread.
Yeah, I think so too. Most of the time, I feel like toasted bread just makes it better.
Like not insanely, and that's why I'm not saying toast because it's not toast.
Yes,
it's toasted bread.
It's just
it's a light dusting of toast.
It's just slightly crunchier, and that helps with it, or crispier. What you know what I mean?
It's like it changes for some reason, toasting it makes it less dry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're eating chalk anymore. You're like biting into a sandwich.
Well, I just like that like the bread has some kind of resistance to like when you're biting into it. It's like the same reason why I like cucumbers or pickles on a lot of my sandwiches. Is that it adds a nice crunch to what is typically like a soft meat and cheese.
That is actually what I love about pickles. Yeah. I like the flavor too, obviously, but I love that pickles have crunch to them. Yeah, so good.
So my number 4,
yeah,
because there was a huge thing with these a while back, is like a chicken sandwich. So like a fried chicken sandwich.
Okay,
those are delicious.
Fried chicken.
Like if you go to Popeyes or like Wendy's is really slept on when it comes to like chicken. I think.
Really?
Yeah. No, they got incredible chicken. I love chicken.
I'm notorious for going to Wendy's and ordering like only cheesy cheddar burgers, which are the burgers that are just little tiny square patty, as per Wendy's. And a ton of processed cheese. Just a ton of it. Like liquid processed cheese. Like you squeeze on it and it squirts out of the burger. Yeah.
Me and my dad, when it's like just me and him, we'll normally go to Wendy's and we'll get like 2 like Dave singles, which is just like
dude. Wendy's is such a good burger
Wendy's.
joint. We do need to rate burger joints after.
We should
at some point.
You know what's funny about Wendy's is that me and my friends are doing a March Madness bracket where we have to pick who wins entirely. So we each picked a fast food restaurant, and then whatever school has a Wendy's closest to their campus. Mine is Wendy's.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like they win between the 2 teams. So whatever between the 2 teams, the school has a closer Wendy's, they move on.
That's really cool.
So yeah, we have Wendy's, we have McDonald's, we have right now. I think the person who has the best picks right now is Subway, actually, because they have so many chains.
Actually,
Subway's like, I don't know if they still are, but for the longest time they had the most like restaurants in the world out of fast food places. Like even above McDonald's, which was crazy to me.
You wouldn't think about that, but I guess it kind of makes sense. Everybody likes a good sandwich.
Yeah,
that's why we did this episode, really.
Exactly. So yeah, chicken sandwich. It's delicious.
We're gonna move on to number 3. So we're in our top 3s now.
Yeah. I have
again, we can breeze through this. A ham sub, man.
Yeah.
It's my go-to order from Subway.
It's so good.
But let me put you on, and you. To my version of the ham sub. Now, this one is controversial, and I know it is because of the bread I use. I get flatbread.
Yeah, you've already lost me. I'm an Italian herbs and cheese guy at Subway.
Which is good, don't get me wrong, but I get flatbread. Now, you don't get it toasted. What? You get it... No, okay, I know.
You're going to want to take your sock off, step directly on the nail, and...
Doesn't that hurt? Look, you've achieved pain. Congrats. Okay.
This better be like an empty sandwich. Or how does it not fall apart on you every time?
Okay. So you get the flatbread. You get it warmed. Okay.
Warmed? That's an option?
Yes.
Would you like it toasted? I'd like it warmed. Can you just like put it between your hands and just like...
Yeah, so it loosens up the bread, and it does. Again, same kind of thing. It makes it feel like you're not eating chalk. Okay, let me continue on. So then you're going to get lettuce and tomato, okay? You're going to get both types of olives. You're going to get... Why is this weird? I love this sandwich.
There's 2 types of olives?
Yes, green and black. And they taste very different.
But equally good, apparently.
Yes! You're going to get the green olives on one half and the black olives on the other half. I'm kidding. So you're gonna get both types of olives.
I didn't even register like that. I didn't believe you were kidding until you said it. I thought that was just like true. Yeah, no. You gotta split. You gotta put the split.
Then
the
sandwich
olives.
changes up halfway through.
Yeah,
you get a different flavor. You get a different sandwich when you get halfway through. It's like a reward for finishing your first half.
2 sandwiches in one.
And then your last actual physical ingredient is going to be pickles.
Okay.
Okay. Did
you get a cheese with this?
Oh, yes, white cheese.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because that's the weird part.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get, unfortunately, it's not unfortunate, but Subway changed up kind of what they do. So they used to have just regular honey mustard.
Oh, that's like spicy onion mustard?
Mostly, it's not spicy anymore, but it's smoky.
It's bad for your lungs. It could be cancer.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the mustard. Yeah, I don't want Subway. Their mustard doesn't give you cancer. That was a bit. Don't sue me.
Yeah. Subway mustard does not give you cancer.
Yeah. We'll put that warning at the front of the episode, just like warning. Subway mustard does not give you cancer.
Yeah, disclaimer. And then you're gonna get the honey mustard, and that's gonna be your last. And that ties the entire sandwich together. Believe me, it does.
That's fucking crazy.
It's so
That's
good.
Crazy.
Oh my god!
Can I tell you my ham sub? Because I told you my chicken sandwich that I make because I was just talking about sub sandwiches.
I got that when you and I went to Subway.
I didn't notice.
I ordered that right in front of you.
I didn't notice. Otherwise, I would have said something sooner. Clearly,
so good.
My sandwich is you get Italian herbs and cheese, ham and Swiss. You toast it, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and then honey mustard and chipotle sauce.
Okay, cool. I'm glad that you also like honey mustard, though.
Oh,
honey
yeah.
Mustard's
my favorite condiment.
Yeah, mustards in general are just so good. I don't know if you ever had like authentic like the seed mustards and stuff like that.
Maybe.
So good. I don't want to sound fucking pretentious here now because now
I don't think that's possible after the sandwich you just listed.
I'm entering a horrible ground. When I was 15, we went to France and we tried mustard in Dijon because my mom is just a big foodie. I'm not going to elaborate on it. It was just very good. I hate sounding like a dick on the internet. I'm not a dick.
Damn, maybe we'll go to Subway and we'll do like what we did for the IKEA video where we just like swap sandwiches.
That'd be good. That would actually be really fun.
That's insane though. That's your sandwich? That's insane.
It's so good. It is so good. Now we need to do that. You are going to try that.
The flatbread is crazy because the flatbread is not very strong, especially that you didn't toast it, so it has no like hold.
The issue,
and then
it definitely has hold. Oh yeah, it's got hold. Yeah,
trust me,
I've never ripped one of those.
This sandwich has got hold. Then you're not eating it right.
The issue with ordering it here in the city is they don't ask if you want it to be
toasted. I didn't say that into the microphone. Toasted?
So they'll ask if you want it toasted. And if you say no thanks, they won't warm it up.
Yeah, that's not.
So usually they will warm it up
for me either.
So back home, they will usually warm it up if you don't want it toasted.
You know how like Subways, it's like they'll be like bought by a person, you know, and it's like, all right, this is now my Subway. So like maybe that was just a thing that store did.
I think it was actually my fault because the one time I said, okay, no, I don't want it toasted, and I watched her put it right in the oven afterwards, and I was like 12, and I was like, I didn't want it toasted. And she's like, oh, I'm just warming it up. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then from then on, they have checked with everybody that I've ever seen order flatbreads. So that might have been my influence, to be completely honest with you.
That's like how I think at Great Wolf. They used to have their tubes be like colors. They were like orange and blue and green.
Yeah.
And then I know this definitely wasn't why, but when I was younger, I thought I was the reason. I like almost drowned in the lazy river. Because I went under the water, not in a tube, and then I was like, it pushes you forward, right? So then I hit a clump of people, and I couldn't get up. And then the next year, they were clear.
Oh.
The tubes were clear. And then I also cheated at the mini golf where they had this final thing where there was like a little bridge. It was like a downhill, and there's a thin little bridge that if you hit the ball through it, you'd get a free play ticket.
Yeah.
And one time, I was the last one to go. Everyone had already walked back to the pool. And I hit it, and I talk about Great Wolf Lodge in the pilot too.
Yeah, you do. Go watch the pilot.
Go watch the pilot. Almost at 100 views.
The
which
repilot.
Is crazy.
Like by the time this comes out, it probably will be.
That's crazy.
Which also, quick break. Sorry. Thank you so much for the support lately. Holy
that was insane.
Shit.
I was not expecting those videos to perform as well as they did. That was so sweet. Thank you so much.
Back, baby.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I hit the ball out of bounds, and so I went through the fence to grab it, and then I sat there and I found a bunch of golf balls, so I just started rolling them down the thing to get the free plays. And then next year I came back and there was fiberglass over the fence, so you couldn't go through it.
It's like, this kid got 5 free plays.
That's what he said to me. He's like, where'd you get those? I'm like, I earned them. And then I walked away, and then we didn't play golf for the rest of the time we were there, but we used them next time.
I'm really, really good at mini golf.
I'm like Tiger Woods of mini golf.
I'm Weigert Hoods.
Is it my 3 now? We were talking about ham sub, right? That's what we just did. So
yes.
Me for 3?
Because for some reason, my favorite sandwich is an abomination.
Because it's on flatbread and you get both kinds of olives. That's crazy.
I love olives. I said this.
Like, I'm not saying you have to change, but I'm just letting you know you're weird. So my number 3, right? I have this because I was like, this is a sandwich. Real quick, I'll throw this out.
Okay.
Because I don't know if people are going to be expecting this. I personally don't believe a hot dog is a sandwich.
Okay, cool.
Because the hot dog bun is connected. I know it's possible for the hot dog bun to break, and then it's then you can be like, oh, it's 2 pieces of bread, whatever.
Not a
and I know
sandwich.
people go to Subway and they're like, oh, but their bread isn't completely split in half, so does that make it not a sandwich? It's like,
Yeah, like the flatbread.
yeah. So like, I don't count a hot dog as a sandwich. That's a different thing. But
because I don't either.
perfect. In the same category, I think, as like in terms of like barbecue, I was thinking I have the cheeseburger for number 3.
Oh,
Love me a good cheeseburger. And we were talking about Wendy's and all that earlier. I love a good cheeseburger.
I just qualified burgers and sandwiches as different.
Really?
Yeah.
I think a burger's a kind of sandwich. The same way that, like I look at burgers are to sandwiches how ice cream cake is to cake, where it's like they're kind of different, but also not really.
Like technically, but
you can
like,
have
if you think about it, like there's chicken sandwiches and then there's chicken burgers, and they're different.
Yeah, but I think that's the way the chicken's made. I don't, because like you can have sandwiches, like something called a sandwich and it's on a bun, and a burger's on a bun. So I don't know, like I think burgers are just like a subset of because like it's between 2 pieces of bread. It's not like a meat, you know, like there's no olives, so maybe that's why you don't like it.
You know what's really good on burgers? Sorry,
So help me God if you say olives.
No.
I've never had olives on a burger.
I have. I'm not gonna talk about olives. You know what? Maybe I won't say this. I feel like I'm just gonna. No, I'm gonna say it.
You have weird choices in fruits and vegetables.
Instead of using like mayo or something on a burger, believe it or not, it's actually very good to use like a little bit of Caesar dressing.
Oh, that sounds fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds.
No, I've been clowned for that before.
Really?
Oh yeah.
There's vegetables on burgers, and that goes great with Caesar dressing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Caesar dressing is a very underrated condiment.
In our summer series that no one watched, when we did vegetables, did you bring up olives at all? Are olives vegetables? I think so.
Olives are pitted, so they're a fruit.
Okay. That's... They're not one of the top 10 best ones, though.
No, I wouldn't qualify olives up there with fruit, like up in top fruit.
It's
really.
a fruit the same. Is it like I guess it's a fruit the same way the tomato's a fruit?
Yeah.
But yeah, cheeseburger, solid sandwich. It's incredible. I love burgers.
Cool.
If I had to pick a favorite fast food burger, I think I've already made it clear that it would be Wendy's.
Bless up.
It's love me a good burger, you know.
We can blow through my number 2, as well,
Which is
PB&J.
Number 2.
Oh, dude.
Really?
I used to fuck up a good PB&J. I
come home from school right before you go to work. You know, it's like make a PB&J, pound it back, and go.
I'm going even further back than that. Like it was like my favorite memories of PB&Js were we have a cottage. That's like it's not like technically ours. It is now, but it was like my
killed
great
the owners
uncle.
and took it. And claimed it.
It was my great uncle's for a long time, but we went and just cottage there, and it was actually very ideal because it was to get there. We actually had to go south, so on cottage country traffic.
Oh, so you'd head towards? Okay.
Yeah, we wouldn't ever be in the traffic because we were always just like, oh, it's
going
a long
away.
weekend. We're going towards where everyone's coming from.
Yeah.
So it's a very nice cottage to have.
Damn.
And it's been in the family. Like my great grandmother built it, so it's been in the family for years.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah. So I remember being there as a kid, and my favorite thing ever was like playing on the beach, going swimming, whatever. And then my mom being like, okay, I'm going to go up and make sandwiches. And I would always be like, can you make me a PB&J, please? And so I don't know what it is about the way my mom makes them, because I know my mother's not a wasteful person. Like she doesn't use a ton of shit on sandwiches and stuff like that. Whenever I make a PB&J, I load that shit up with jam.
I load it up with peanut butter.
I mean, I loaded up with both, really. My mom, I know she was not loading it up with anything, because again, she's not a wasteful person. For some reason, it tasted so good. It tasted so fresh every time. So I've got the best memories of PB&Js.
My nana used to make me PB&Js. Like that was like very like that. I've had I don't even want to know how many like pounds of peanut butter I've probably had over my lifetime.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Because there's been times in my life where I've just made a pea sandwich or PB. Sorry.
A pea sandwich.
A pea. Fuck! Now it's a clip.
Yeah. A pea sandwich. That one you have to toast, otherwise it gets too soggy.
God damn it.
I love PB&Js. I have always said that maturing is when you start to like the peanut butter more than the jam on a PB&J. Because when you're a kid, you
true.
destroy it with jam because that's the sweet one.
That was
but then
my-
as you
yeah.
grow up, like you start to appreciate peanut butter.
That's actually so true.
I love a good PB&J. So my number 2 is the breakfast sandwich. I will go on record as saying a breakfast wrap is better than a breakfast sandwich, but we're not talking about wraps. We're talking about sandwiches.
Okay, so I was gonna text you when we were originally making these lists over a month ago.
Yeah, that's such a-
and I was gonna be
right.
like, oh, do you think wraps are sandwiches? Just in case. I decided not to text you and just to go with wraps are not sandwiches.
So did I.
I figured that's the way
Yeah.
you would lean as well. So I
That one is much harder to justify.
Didn't
I feel
think
like.
I'd waste your
you'd have
time.
a much easier time, I think, arguing a hot dog is a sandwich than a wrap is a sandwich.
Oh God, yeah.
My pencil's in the couch. But I like a good breakfast sandwich. For
Yeah.
the longest time, I'd go to Tim's. I'd order the bagel belt, also an acronym for bacon, egg, lettuce, tomato.
Very good. And I think bagels don't really count for sandwiches either. I think bagels are also
Plain
kind of
like just a bagel, no. But I feel like if you put something, if you put like if you had a BLT on a bagel, I'd count that as a sandwich. Like if you're just having a bagel with cream cheese.
That's a BBLT.
Big bacon lettuce yeah, no, like just like a bagel with cream cheese is in a sandwich, but if you like put egg and stuff on it, I feel like if you close the two bagels, the two halves of the bagel between something, now it's a sandwich.
Like kind of, I don't know. There's some breads where I'm just like, no.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
If you're a bread and you're holding it to the thing together, then I'm pretty inclined to trust you as a sandwich.
Then in that logic, a hot dog is a sandwich.
No, because it's connected bread. It's not.
But it's
not
bread
two
and it's
pieces of
holding it
bread.
together.
Yeah, but that's God, stop making me contradict myself, or I'll edit you out.
Now you get an embarrassing clip.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Yeah, now we're even.
My pea sandwich doesn't look so bad, does it?
I at Union. Union Station is the main train station in Toronto.
Yep.
There's a
In case we haven't doxed ourselves yet, we live in Toronto.
there's a McDonald's in the station that only does breakfast.
Yeah.
So when I'm going on a train, I'll often get myself like two egg McMuffins.
Okay.
Or whatever. And those are delicious. I love a good breakfast sandwich. It's so
They are.
simple. All you need for a good breakfast sandwich is eggs, cheese. In my humble opinion, I think sausage is better on the breakfast sandwich. Like you have a nice sausage patty and then just like some ketchup. I like putting chipotle sauce on them.
Okay.
But that's it. That's all you do.
Alrighty.
So you can even put it on bread if you just toast it. But like I love a good breakfast sandwich. If
Me
I
too.
had to pick my top 3 sandwiches, the way I looked at it was like if I could only have 3 sandwiches for the rest of my life, which ones am I picking?
Oh, then I'm definitely this is a great list for me then.
So I would I would be so heartbroken if I had to give up breakfast sandwiches.
Okay, so my number 1. I didn't know how to say this one because it doesn't have a name.
Where did you get this list from? This is
My sick and twisted mind.
Yeah, yeah, my sick and twisted mind. The journey your sandwich list has taken me on today is absolutely insane. You led with funeral sandwiches. Like
Yeah,
we have been on a roller coaster. I look like such a basic bitch in this episode compared to this.
Sandwiches make me
I
emotional.
remember when I thought I was going to be the weird woman with ice cream sandwiches.
No, that one's so good. It's quirky. I like it.
It is good. And ice cream sandwich with olives.
Yeah, even better. Oh my
Chef's
god.
kiss.
Italian ice cream sandwich.
Italian ice cream sandwich. Gelato with olives.
So I just wrote down freestyle. So let me
I like a good sandwich with marinara. Meatball sub with marinara.
So what I mean by this, okay? Because I know it by a different name. So my cousins and I and my little sister, we all call them nanwiches. Okay, so shout out to that because every time we would go to my nan's house, she would have basically she'd set her table up. There's a whole bunch of stuff. You make your sandwich. That's how it goes.
Yeah,
So
just like
you
a
see what
sandwich, a sandwich platter. Yeah.
Yeah, so you see what I mean by that? So we would call them nanwiches, but I wasn't gonna come on here and be like nanwiches and like and you're like,
should've,
what the fuck are you talking about?
You briefed me beforehand, so we were just like, oh yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah,
That's what I
know
called
what
them.
you mean.
Yeah.
So those Like just something about it's probably just also just like the nostalgia of
like,
going
what
to my
kind
grandmother's
of
place. And
sandwiches
so usually my grandmother would have, what would she have? She would have,
are we talking like turkey ham like that and like lettuce, tomato,
Yeah,
and
she'd
then
have-
just like here's some condiments and stuff and it's like dress them how you see fit?
yeah, she'd have like turkey, ham. It would usually be like turkey and ham would be like the or not.
Like lunch meat.
Yeah, no, she would have turkey. Yeah, it would be like regular like lunch meat. Yeah. So a lot of the time she'd have, and we'd have like salami a lot of the time as well. I'm a really big salami fan.
I wasn't, but then I grew up. I grew up. I grow up. I grow up. Me like salami.
I grew up salami.
Me rank thing. Yay!
Salami.
Hooray! Yay!
So like I would always have like salami, mayo, lettuce, tomato. Like if she had pickles, then we get like dill pickles. Obviously, I like dill pickles a lot more than sweet and. Are they sweet and sour? No. What's the
Like regular pickles?
regular pickles for me are dill pickles? Okay. So
Okay. I was like, I've never heard of sweet and sour pickles.
it's not sweet and sour. I know it's not. It's I don't know what the.
It doesn't
fucking
matter
name
'cause
is.
you
No,
don't
it
like
doesn't. I think they're just called sweet pickles.
They can't hurt you anymore.
No. Yeah. And then we'd have like sourdough for bread and stuff like that. So it just always really good sandwiches. Like that was my favorite. And that probably comes with like the nostalgia of like
That's-
going to my grandmother's place
yeah.
with like all my family.
But
being
like I
there
like a
and,
good
the
sandwich
sandwiches.
platter.
Yeah. So that's kind of, I guess sandwich platter would be how we would write that.
Funny story about sandwich platters.
Okay.
I went camping once with a friend, and their family's Polish.
Oh, me too.
And so they walked around with a tray of open-faced sandwiches. You know how like
Oh,
some
yeah.
countries do that. They
My
don't have a
grandmother used to eat just open faced
Yeah,
sandwiches.
they don't have a piece of bread on top. My North American ass grabbed two of them
And put 'em
just
together, yeah.
just like.
slap.
And I was told much later that like everyone was there being like, "What the fuck is this kid doing?"
And they all just
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
I was.
everyone.
Have I told you I accidentally offended a Dominican woman by the way I put out my cigar
Oh, really?
when I was in the Dominican? Yeah, no, I put out my cigar by
On my
like
tongue.
like how you would put out something that you smoke. You just tap it on anything. Like
I
just
swallowed it whole.
you, like-
it went out. I don't get what she was so upset
yeah.
about.
So I went over to the ashtray and just pressed it into the ashtray, and this Dominican woman goes, "Oh no!" I'm like, "I'm so sorry. What did I do?" And so it turns out that to put out like a traditional cigar, you just let it go out. You just set it on the ashtray and let it go out because they've worked for like 2 years to grow that tobacco, and you're just destroying it. And I was like, "Oh, I didn't think about that," but she explained it to me, and I was like,
That's
so
probably why
sorry.
a lot of these old, because we at my like back home we have this old cigar tray holder as our just like for keys.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they all have like the little landing for them is to put
The
them
little
there and let
rest,
them
yeah,
burn-
it's exactly what
burn
it
them
was. She was like, "No, you just said it like this." I'm like, "Okay, sorry, I'm so sorry," because it like you could see it in her face, just like the pure like
devastation,
despair.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I felt so bad. I was like, "That is insane." That. Oh my god! Wow.
Looping it back to open face sandwiches because
Yes.
I'm just curious because like to me like I like a well dressed sandwich. I like a lot of things on my sandwich typically.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
understand how you like. Then I started trying to eat them open faced and I had such a hard time. So I'm like, how do you hold this? I'm so used to holding a sandwich like this.
I would just put the meat on top
That,
and hold it
like-
like a sandwich.
But like, I don't even want to hold the meat. Like, I only want to hold the bread. So then I'm like biting it. And,
You don't
like,
want to
stuff's
hold your
spilling.
meat?
Yeah. So I can eat a sandwich. I guess I'll go to my number one now.
Okay.
Which I think people will agree with this. In my humble opinion, the best sandwich is a pulled pork sandwich.
Oh,
That's so good.
number one. God damn it.
A pulled pork sandwich. You get a bun. You toast it. You
Now
put some
I'd argue
cheese,
that's a shredded burger. No,
which is still a sandwich.
can you get off my show? Doesn't this guy suck?
It's just toast a bun, put some cheese, some pulled pork with barbecue sauce, sometimes some hot peppers. Very simple sandwich, but delicious. I love a pulled pork sandwich.
My favorite memory of pulled pork sandwiches. I'm just like diving into memories that for some reason I have so many memories
Sandwich.
attached to sandwiches.
Yeah.
Is Rib Fest. Whenever Rib Fest would come to town, and that would be always what I would never get ribs because I like ribs.
I like ribs,
I
but
find they're so messy, and you don't get that much meat off of a like
I found the cake does really good ribs.
to throw back to when we were talking to Gabe and Josh.
Yes.
And Gabe's there's a clip on our Instagram somewhere. You want to get some meat in your mouth. You want to get a good amount of meat.
I don't think that's what he said.
Is it not?
He goes, I think, which is really funny. That now you've said that.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure the clip is he's like,
I'm just on fire today.
You're gonna get something on that wiener. See, when he was talking about the hot
you're
dog?
right. Oh shit.
Yeah, you want some meat in your mouth. You want a good amount of meat in your mouth.
You do. I'm just. You know what? I'm gonna stick by that. You want a good amount of meat in your mouth.
Yeah. I
So
think everyone out there, if there's one thing you take away from this episode is that you do want a good amount of meat in your mouth.
You want a ton of meat in your mouth.
Yeah.
And so I just find that like when you have ribs, biting into a rib, like you don't get that much from it, and it's just so messy that it doesn't feel really worth it. And then you got to peel the other rib off to get to the next part. I like ribs when we have them at home because they're normally like way bigger than anything you'll get at a restaurant. My dad makes really good ribs, but like I don't really order them when I go out. I like ribs. Like again, they're a very good food.
But like when I go out.
Yeah,
and so like it.
So at Ribfest, I would never get ribs. I would always get a pulled pork sandwich, and I loved that shit.
I love pulled pork sandwiches. I think are so good in so many instances. I feel like they're good. Like if you to order one, like when you're golfing, maybe when you're on a beach, like maybe like when you're at like a pier.
Oh yeah.
I feel like those are all good occasions. Sometimes I like to put pickles on them too, like the very thin pickles.
Oh.
Those are good. They add a nice little bit of like tartness to the sandwich.
Yeah. I feel like if Rank Kings ever explodes and we ever get the money to do so, we should open a restaurant. Yeah, I think that just Rank-straunt. I feel like that just fits both of our personas.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like what Eminem did with like Mom's Spaghetti, but which apparently is hot garbage.
Really?
Yeah. I saw a food reviewer go to it and be like, "Yeah, this is some of the worst spaghetti I've ever had."
I have a hard time like trusting food reviewers just because it's like I have to like there's.
I have a hard time trusting fast food spaghetti.
That's true.
It's like going to Jollibee. I was like,
I've never had Jollibee.
I haven't either, but I've always heard it's very good.
Yeah,
but
so
I see the spaghetti out there, and I'm like, that's just off-putting.
Well, that's like me with Arby's, and I think you like Arby's, right?
I do like Arby's.
I'm just like roast beef and fast food. I don't know that should go together.
I've never thought about it really that way. But I'll stand by Arby's, I think.
Well, on Arby's and sandwiches, we should probably.
We've got like 13 minutes to make a final list.
Before the SD card's full?
Not before the SD card's full, but then we hit 120, which is usually what we're going for, is an hour 20.
Right.
So yeah.
Let's go into the
final.
Yeah.
I feel like this will be an easy final list to do. It's definitely not going to be as long as sitcoms with Alex.
Like this is going to be difficult just because it's going to be like killing babies instead of like fighting to
be like killing babies.
You know what I mean? Where it's like you have to kill your baby. Where it's like you're going to have to sacrifice some really good ones on here. Like you, as in like anyone. I guess it's only you and I.
I've had dectuplets and I can only keep like 5.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep the baby I named pulled pork. Okay, so my number 10 that I had was the turkey Thanksgiving sandwich.
Yes, I was funeral sandwiches.
I feel
turkey
like
Thanksgiving sandwich goes on there.
Honest to God, like feel like your funeral sandwiches is like the same kind of sandwiches more or less that are found on a sandwich platter. Minus like the egg salad ones or like the tuna fish, but like the ham and
yeah, but like with the sandwich platter, like with what I'm talking about, like you make your own.
That's true.
It's not like the sandwiches are just like pre-made, ready to go. Like you're sitting there, you're making your sandwich. It just tastes extra good because it took a little bit of work.
You made it.
Yeah.
So which one are we feeling?
I think turkey definitely goes on there.
Okay.
Yeah. The Thanksgiving sandwich needs to go on there. That's just such a good
turkey brackets. I'm just gonna put TG. Oh, yeah, that's a G. Trust me. Bam. Fixed.
They can't see it really, anyways. Yeah, it's so small on screen.
Yeah, but it helps me remember.
It does. It helps me remember.
Number 9, I had BLT.
BLT, I had funeral sandwiches triangle cut.
Right, I forgot that they were like the same thing.
This is what I mean by like with my 9 and 10. I never take them overly seriously because I'm like, these are not my favorite. They're just like there.
That's fair.
Yeah, they're just the only reason these are on the list is because we're not doing top 5s.
I could put how high your BLT was higher than mine. Where was your BLT?
BLT was number 5.
I'm okay with putting it higher if we want, or
yeah, let's put BLT higher if you want.
Okay, so then my number 8 was the ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, so let's get that on there, and let's get that on there early because it definitely doesn't beat sandwiches in terms of actual sandwiches, but it's on there.
I feel like we could put that in
at 9.
at 9. I'm thinking maybe 10.
I feel good. No, I feel good with it being at 9 because I do think it is better than the turkey.
Because I get sick of the turkey sandwich.
Like that's a you eat that one time the day after Thanksgiving, you don't want another one.
Yeah,
you've already had so much Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah,
they're very filling.
You've already had a ton of that food. You're not having a second one of those sandwiches.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I would eat multiple ice cream sandwiches in a sitting.
So would I.
Yeah. So my number 8 was ham sandwich.
Mine was grilled cheese.
Okay. I had grilled cheese at 4. If you want to go higher with grilled cheese, or if you feel like going higher with grilled cheese, because ham sandwich doesn't really go past 8 for me, because it's a sandwich.
I feel like because I just wrote sub.
Yeah.
And you wrote ham sub. And you also wrote ham sandwich.
Yeah, but
I feel like we just kind of
the ham sub was specifically my
your sub.
I was thinking about my ham sub when I wrote it down.
Yeah, so I say we kind of lump those all together into sub.
Okay,
like sub sandwich,
and then just kind of put it a little bit higher. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So then,
number 7.
Yeah, this is difficult. Should we work from the bottom up? Maybe. I feel like that's going to make this easier.
Okay, so let's keep these at 9 and 10, and let's just skip down to 1 and see what we...
I'm having a much harder time with this than I thought. For one...
I think pulled pork goes on there.
I think pulled pork takes it,
but
too.
But then I'm going to throw sandwich platter at 2.
Whoops.
And take the second spot with my number 1. Just because, like, that one, it just seems so, like, it's such a good idea to just have, like, a ton of ingredients out, make whatever you want, put whatever you want on a sandwich. I love that.
Yes, I agree that it's top 3. I don't know if I'm sold that it's 2.
That it's 2? Where would you... what do you think is 2? Because I have PB&J
That's
at
what
2.
I'm double checking, but I'm like... The only ones I think I could see going above it is burger or breakfast sandwich, but not both. One or the other. But
I think breakfast sandwich goes to 3 just because it's not as diverse.
Yeah, I can get on board with that. So I can get on board with that. So I'll put platter.
Platter, yeah.
Platter, and then break fast.
You're breaking the fast,
yes,
dude.
Exactly. Or when the red light comes unexpected.
I can't believe that's why that was named. Breaking the fast.
Yeah.
That makes it so much more boring.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like I'd rather fast for longer, actually. You have no idea what I could do.
You don't own me.
Yeah, I'll wait till lunch.
Don't tell me what to do.
Wait, if that's how it's named, if you technically don't eat until dinner and then you have dinner, that's your breakfast because you're breaking your fast. Because that's the only one that's actually...
Oops, made you learn.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we found a plot hole in naming...
plot hole.
naming meals.
Damn.
Anyways, number 4.
My number 4 was... the chicken sandwich.
This is where my grilled cheese was.
I feel like a burger is better than grilled cheese. I feel like a burger at number 4.
I'm just so hesitant to put burger on the list because I don't believe it's a sandwich.
I think that was so clearly a sandwich, though.
I'm okay with it being at 4, though, because I know that it was in your top 3, and it's not on the top 3 on the list. So I'm okay with it moving into 4 now.
Would you rather put? Because I also think chicken sandwich should be on here.
Okay. Because I'm also thinking because we have to get our subs in there somewhere too.
Oh yeah, so something's not going to be able to make it.
Subs and PB&J's got to go somewhere too.
Yeah,
again,
I feel like I feel like PB&J, grilled cheese, and BLT. Let me not lean too far out of frame.
Oh, you're not. You're chilling.
I feel like they're all very similar in terms of what they like. Not like they are and they aren't. They're a very simple sandwich. I feel like one of them is not going to make it on here.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, even though I praised BLTs, I feel like the PB&J and grilled cheese are more iconic than a BLT.
Agreed.
So I think those belong here.
BLT I'm okay with coming off the list just because it is kind of a basic sandwich and it is a little bit limiting in what you can do.
And I think it needs to come off so that way, like, I think burger and chicken sandwich and sub do need to be on here.
Can't believe BLT is not going to be there, but ice cream sandwich is. We're gonna get flack for that. You know that,
that's
right?
true. Especially after like we talked about how like good of a sandwich it was at the start. It's like that other podcast was wrong, and then we're not even gonna
it's not even gonna get on here.
So I think, I don't know how to put this.
This is the segment where we make our fans mad. This is where we make you hate us.
Okay, I don't know. What's number 4? I think for me, number 4 is between chicken sandwich, burger, and sub. Chicken sandwich, burger, sub. I think those are the candidates for number 4. I might have said 3, but I meant 4. I think
let's go sub there.
Sub, okay.
And then we can do burger at 5.
Okay.
I'm really chill with that because that puts burger way higher than I ever would have seen it anyways.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or then yeah, that's I'm happy with that.
And then it's grilled cheese, PB&J, and chicken sandwich. You good with that? As the
Yeah,
fill in 6,
absolutely.
7, and 8?
Actually, yeah. Hold on, this just got way easier. Holy shit.
What order do we want those in?
So let's go between, because the chicken sandwich is less known. So should it go?
I don't know.
Top?
The chicken sandwich kind of blew up over, like, remember when all the restaurants were competing?
Yeah, that's true.
My thought is, and I love a peanut butter and jam sandwich.
Is it as classic as PB&J and grilled cheese? That's the thing.
I don't know if it's as classic, but I do think it's better. Like, I feel like...
Because there's some... It honestly depends on where you get one, because the one from Popeyes is very, very boring.
Really? I like
it. Oh, I love it. Don't get me wrong. But it's very boring. It's chicken and
That's
pickles.
what I like about them, is they're pretty simple. Well, also, the other sandwich on our list that we're debating about is bread and cheese.
Okay, yeah. No, toss the chicken sandwich in at 6.
Chicken.
I just thought about it. The other ones also just have 2 ingredients.
It's chicken sandwich. And here's my thing, right? I love PB&J.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot closer to ice cream sandwich. It's almost,
Well, because it's just like it's a sweet sandwich. Yeah. So, okay,
So probably like PB&J grilled cheese.
I fuck with that.
Yeah, this feels good. Shit. Ah!
No!
Grilled cheese. Look at that.
The rank list is falling.
The top 10
Okay.
sandwiches.
All right.
Okay, so I guess we'll go
Let's
back and
give
forth
you
here.
the rundown.
Yes, the rank down.
Yeah, the rank down. Are we going to alternate like we do?
Yeah, sure. You wanna
Okay,
start?
cool. Yeah, sure. Coming in at number 10, we have the turkey Thanksgiving sandwich.
At number 9, we have the ice cream sandwich.
At number 8, we've got the peanut butter and jam sandwich.
Number 7, the grilled cheese.
Number 6, we've got the chicken sandwich, fried chicken, specifically fried chicken sandwich.
Number 5, we have any like burgers.
Yeah.
In general.
At number 4, we've got the sub sandwich, any kind of sub.
Yeah,
Fuck
more
it
or
up.
less. Yeah. Number 3, we have the breakfast sandwich.
Number 2, we've got the sandwich platter, the build-it-yourself sandwich.
Yes.
Yep.
The IKEA construction.
IKEA
Yeah, it comes with an
sandwiches.
Allen wrench. And number 1,
Pulled pork sandwiches. Yeah.
hooray. This feels like a solid list.
Dude, what a good list. One
Like,
of our better ones.
Yeah, I feel
in
like
terms
people
of,
won't
like,
be that upset about this.
other
Like, I
than
feel like
ice
some
cream
people
sandwich
might
being on there.
Yeah.
And BLT not. I think that's where we're going to catch flack, is BLT not being on the
it.
top 10 sandwiches.
I could have went either way with swapping turkey sandwich.
So
and
many
BLT,
people are
but-
so ride and die by BLTs, though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's sickening. You sicken me. It's not even top 10.
I like BLTs. Like, when I talked about how much I like BLTs, but
Yeah, me
just when I was, when it got down to the brass tacks.
There's so many sandwiches. It's hard to narrow it down to 10, really.
Out there and eat a sandwich.
That's totally me saving our ass.
Yep.
Covering ourselves from any flack that we could catch from not putting BLT on this.
I think people should comment down below. Not only should you comment down below whether or not you agree with our list,
You should
your
comment
own
in general, yeah. And I mean, if we are going to be on Spotify finally.
Yes, that's my plan for tonight. We're actually recording this episode. Last time we recorded on Valentine's Day. That went up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now we're recording this one, and it's going to go up in 2 days. So
on Spotify, you can usually I can add like kind of like polls and stuff like that. So you can also comment on Spotify, basically.
Yeah.
So if you can comment on Spotify, please
and
comment on Spotify.
hopefully this time we'll start to have a TikTok account, and we'll start to have shorts, reels, and TikToks up. I edited one this morning from the repilot. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Comment down below your top 10 sandwiches.
Absolutely. We'll start shouting out people's sandwiches and stuff like that, people's lists, because that would be fun to do.
If you comment them, then we'll talk about them.
Absolutely. We miss the fan interaction, honestly. We used to do that a lot, and it's really kind of shitty now that, like, because we're not a live show, there's nothing we can really do about it without leaking all of our ideas first and people being like, yeah, exactly.
Like weeks in advance. Because, like, we're about to, spoiler alert, you'll notice, because we'll be in the same clothes, that we're hoping to record at least another 2.
Yeah.
And so, like, we'll be spoiling what the next 3 weeks of episodes would be. So,
exactly.
Like,
so it's like, it's really hard to do the peasant polls now. So it's like, if you comment, we'll definitely shout it out and we'll talk about it. Yeah, 100%.
You should also comment down below your Subway order. What do you get when you go to Subway?
That would
Everyone's
be good
got your
too.
sandwich.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Wow.
Go try my Subway order. It's not as shitty as Nick's makes it sound.
I'm
sure it's great, Luca.
Yeah, I'm sure it's so yummy. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Do you hear that? It's the ending music.
It's the ending music. Oh, God.
We're about to cut to black.